1, 2, 3, 4. Palapalooza. Palapalooza. We're talking to you. I'm Palapalooza.
Hello, San Diego. Thanks for listening to Palapalooza. This week, my dad talks to Big Time Timmy from the Montell Jordans, BJ from War Fever, and Austin from the Undertaking. I hope you're doing well. Have a good day, have fun, and enjoy being at home.
Yo, what up?
Hi, can I speak to Big Time Timmy?
Big Time Timmy. Talk to me.
You botched it, bro. You botched it. What up, doggy? How you doing, buddy?
Boy toy named Troy. How you doing, dude?
Fuck, man. What is happening here? You're working, so you're essential. What do you do for work?
I work for a shopping mall for Otay Ranch Town Center. So we do the management there. So yeah, we're gearing up for hopefully more non-essential businesses opening. And so we're gearing up for some curbside service. Yeah.
As we enter into phase 2, right? Is that what's going on?
Precisely. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. You do property management, right?
That's right.
You're the asshole.
Yeah.
So happy Cinco de Mayo, dude.
Happy Cinco de Mayo. I'm enjoying a nice margarita right now.
I was going to say Miller High Life. That's actually a question on my list, dude. How is your Miller High Life supply at your pad?
Well, I switched to Miller Lite because of the calories.
Unreal. Trying to watch the figure, bro.
Most carb conscious beer in the market. You got to go. You got to go with the numbers.
There you go. I always say it, bro. The Montell Jordans got the most drunk award on Palapalooza, dude. You guys were good.
Story of our lives.
You and Ryan, bro. I sent you a couple drafts, and you're like, hey, you think maybe you could turn Ryan down a little bit, dude? His solo's a little fucked up sound.
I don't think there was any fixing that live stream, but you did your best, and you did what you could.
Just use the first cut, dog. I'm over it. I'm over it. Just use the first one.
Did we end up... yeah, we finished. That was good. That was a solid time, dude. We've been using the aerial silk over here quite a bit, which you're experienced with, right?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Dude, I was sore for like 2 weeks straight after hitting that thing.
The only band to fucking come in and test out the wife's aerial silk, bro. You're straight upside down, and we got some good photos. That was good times.
The thread count wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it just did what it had to do.
Oh man, it's good to hear your voice, buddy. I hope all's well.
You too.
I think Blonde Bar was the Montell Jordan's last show, right? The one we hooked you up with, the Through Being Cool.
Most likely, I don't even remember because it's been so long since when we played out. But that sounds about right. Yeah, I did see. I drove by there. I saw a for lease sign outside, though. I don't know if that's telling.
Right. Yeah. So the word on the street is that they are shutting their doors, but then I'm hearing people say that maybe someone else is going to buy them out or they're going to work it out.
Hopefully they keep the heart of that place alive and don't change it too much. And even if it's a different owner operator, I mean, the emo nights worked there. Every time I went there, it was a packed house. So
it pops off. Yeah. You know what I've been thinking about, Tim, is you guys had the January show, right? That you had to pull out of at the Moreau for the Ruffs release. That was January 10th.
Yeah.
You botched it, right?
I fucking botched the shit out of that.
Fucking botched it.
I was thinking about that. I'm like, I wonder if I had fucking corona and didn't even know it.
Right. I was going to ask you, bro, like what were your symptoms?
No, exactly. The symptoms line up. However, I tested positive for influenza type A, so I must have had that. But that crossed my mind. I would love a test for the corona because that was right when it was kind of hitting. I was out for the count for 2 weeks, totally bedridden, couldn't move. So it definitely has me thinking.
Right. If you were to take a test for COVID-19, would it pop up if you had once had it? I don't even know how that works.
Yeah, I think they can test for if you have it, and then they can test for antibodies.
Tammy, you had the COVID, bro. You had the corona.
We can. I'm not quite sure, but I'd like to hope I did, because then I'm immune. I'm good to go.
True. Let's get those antibodies, bro. Spread them out to the scene, dude.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Who are you quarantined with over there? You and your girl, right?
Yeah, it's just us. So we are. We just moved to Paradise Hills. So we've been staying busy as far as moving goes and unpacking and doing all that projects for the house. So keeping busy.
Holy shit. Crazy time to move, dude.
You know what's crazy is that we kind of scheduled this call a couple weeks ago, and we put on. We realized we didn't have Butts to Nuts streaming, so we threw it on. I think there were some COVID delays, and by coincidence of us talking tonight, we actually threw it on all the streaming platforms. So I just wanted to plug that real quick. To say that our last single we released is now on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all that jazz. So
sick. Yeah, I guess I haven't listened. I always watched the video that was put together by Mario, obviously. Butts to Nuts, available. This won't release. This obviously isn't live, but this won't release until next week, a week from tomorrow. But yeah, cool. That's good to hear, brother. What is the drummer situation, dude, for the Montell Jordans?
We don't quite know yet. So we're kind of still, nothing's been solidified. With this COVID thing, we kind of had time to just kind of pull back and not have to worry about it. But yeah, I mean, we're still uncertain of who's going to be drumming for us. If anyone's interested, hit us up.
Okay. Hit them up, man. At the Montell Jordans on Instagram. Yeah, I want to see you guys back out there, dude. I always say, there's a lot of love for you guys. You played our EP release at the Moreau. Fuck, what was that, dude? 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2017.
We're itching to get back out. Plus, we have a new release coming out soon. So we want to play some new songs live and get back to where we left it. Because we've been on a little hiatus for a while, so we've been missing it.
Yeah, absolutely. I do know you guys have an EP, right? You went up to LA to record. What's up with that? That's coming out soon?
It is. So we just, the mixes are finished. We are getting it mastered this week. We're going with a guy named Alan Duche, and he mastered a Grammy Award winner for mastering, apparently. But he did the Alive and Well last EP, which sounds amazing. So Matt Vernon with Alive and Well, shout out. He gave us his name, and so he has it now, and it should be done about next week. And then after that, we really wanted to release it with some videos, but due to the COVID, who knows? Maybe we'll drop something early just for streaming.
Dope. Very cool. 6 songs?
Yes.
Brand new banger. Here it comes.
Where did you guys track that? What studio up in LA? Shout them out.
I don't know what the studio is going by these days, but
botching it.
It used to be Causality, and the guy's name is Nick Morsoff, and he did the Butts to Nuts recording, and he's super awesome, super talented, awesome to work with. So if anyone hears our stuff and likes it, hit us up. We'll get you in touch.
Fuck yeah. I look forward to it, man. I look forward to getting back out there too, hopefully sooner than later. What are your thoughts on when shows are going to start back up here?
Man, I think it won't be for a little bit of time, unfortunately. I feel like that's going to be more one of the later phases as far as music venues go.
Right.
I mean, who knows if it's months or next year or not, but I think it'll be months for sure. I think that before we start getting back to the norm.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. What are your thoughts on drive-up venues, drive-up shows?
like your car?
Have you seen that?
No, are they doing that yet?
They're doing it in some other country, and it's kind of become a viral thing. Everyone's talking about it, and I think it's getting some talk locally. maybe to drive-in theater or. The only thing with that is I don't know how all the vehicles would hear it unless the audio is actually pumped into your radio like it is at an actual movie, which, that'd be dope if that did happen.
It would be a take away from the live field speakers. But what do you do for applause? You just honk your horn? Or is that what you echo? How does that work?
Well, I was thinking about the mosh pits too, dude. It'd just be like, kind of a crash derby session.
I don't think it'd have quite the energy as a performer as people up front, but it's at least something, right? I'm all for it.
It's people trying to be creative, dude. In the interim, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but we'll see.
Until you get one asshole who's just going to blow his horn the whole time.
Right. Yeah. Or the drinkers and drivers, I think that would be an issue a little bit.
That could be. Yeah, for sure.
Right on, buddy. Nice to catch up with you. I'm going to play a quick game with you, all right? It's called Quarantine Clues.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 3 clues to a word that is associated with quarantine, all right? So the first one is beer. Think COVID-19, think quarantine, think coronavirus.
So beer, is it Corona?
Yes, you got it.
Okay.
Okay, next set of clues. White.
Okay.
This has been all the craze for quarantine. White.
White Claw.
Nope, not White Claw. Hysteria.
White. Clue for Corona.
Hey, cocaine. No.
I don't know.
Bathroom. Something white that's caused a lot of hysteria. Toilet paper, dude. Toilet paper.
Oh, well, I've caused a lot of hysteria on the toilet, so that works for me.
Oh, fuck. All right. Next one. Song. So think coronavirus. Think.
It's a parody by Troy called My Corona.
Yes, we got to shout out the parodies, dude. The word is just parody. Fucking parodies these days, bro. What's up, Tim? Where's your parody at, dude?
I got no parodies.
You got to shout out Infinite Signal. You're aware of all that, right?
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Gotta stay at least 6 feet away from me. Don't wanna catch a COVID.
That started with Gary from Fallen Monuments. He posted Corona Day by Green. It was a Green Day cover, and he called out all local musicians, and that kind of started it.
Oh, rad! That's a cool trace back from the start there.
And Matt Vernon, dude, we got to give him some love for what the fuck was that song? The Tiger King.
Yeah, that's right.
Holy shit, he killed it. All right, a few more here. Bottle is the clue for the next word related to the quarantine or COVID-19. Bottle.
I can't speak for others, but for me, it's Milagro.
Not what I was thinking, but good guess. Good guess. Milagro.
Hence the margarita.
There you go. Bottle disinfect.
Sanitizer.
Yes, you got it.
Oh.
You got some sanitizer over there?
Yeah, I'm stocked up.
Yeah. I ordered like 2 months ago on Amazon, bro. They still haven't come. It got it got pushed back, but we're good.
I got some at Target last weekend. So.
Okay, cool. All right, next one, home, where we both are right now.
Quarantine, home.
That was it, quarantine, boom. Home, alone, and isolation were the clues, quarantine.
I said Macaulay Culkin.
I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Job, this one applies to you, job.
Essential.
Big time Timmy's essential, dude. Congratulations, bro.
True. I mean, I've always been essential, Troy. I mean,
Fuck,
if anyone
dude.
should know, it'd be you, but at least I'm getting praise.
You are essential, bro. You're essential in my book. This has been nothing but a strike on my ego since I'm not essential as a local DJ and business owner. I'm just a nobody, dude. They don't need me.
I kind of disagree. I mean, you're still working, you're still doing it, you're doing the interviews. I think entertainment is essential. I think people want to be entertained and passed time. So I think you're still doing it. I'd say you're essential, Troy,
Thank you.
in my book.
I knew you were on my list for a reason, bro.
What if I called up Joey Muscles?
Call him up right now, dude. 100%.
Should I do it?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You have reached the voicemail box.
He didn't pick up.
What a fucking asshole.
I just want to say something real quick. Can we all agree that Joey Muscles botched that phone call?
Oh, we tried to call Joey, but he fucking botched it.
You think I fucking botched it? You botched it. I wake up, I'm excellence. Timmy Meat Sweats wakes up, botches it. Lunchtime, botches it. Dinner time, botches it. The boy sleeps, takes dreams, and every freaking dream turns into a nightmare. You know why? Because he botches it. Take a walk, Timmy.
He's so funny, bro.
I know, he's the best.
He is the best. He's been a great addition. I look forward to seeing you guys back up on stage, man.
Thank you. And wait.
Any message you want to shout out to the San Diego music scene?
I do. Well, one, I miss it. I miss even running into everyone, and you kind of, it's a time where you kind of can reflect and realize how much it means to you, right? I mean, if there's anything, hopefully people will realize how much they miss live music and shows and get back out there. So that's how I feel, at least. Even at a time when I was kind of, ready to take a hiatus, I miss it so much. So I want to shout that out. And then two, again, like I said, we got a release coming up. So follow us, stay tuned for some announcements, because we got some new music coming out, which we're really excited about. So
hell yeah, dude. Super stoked to hear it. At the Montell Jordans on Instagram. That's kind of your preferred platform, right?
Yeah, Facebook, Instagram. And I guess Joey Muscles is doing some tweets. So we're on there as well.
Joey Muscles, right on, big guy. Dude, all the best to you, brother. Nice to chat, and we'll see you on the social media.
You too. I'll talk to you soon.
Austin from The Undertaking, Palapalooza.
We're talking to ya.
We're talking
What's up,
to
buddy?
ya. Ready? Palapalooza. I can't believe, I wanted you to go acoustic when The Undertaking was on Palapalooza. And you bitched out for the most part. I don't know any other way of putting it. And then, dude, 2 weeks later, bro, you released this dope acoustic track. I forget which one it was. And I was just heartbroken.
We got super bored in quarantine, man. So
Yeah, it's all good. Hey, next time I have you on, man, once we open the Palapa back up, I'd love to sit down with you guys and have you jam, because it sounded pretty good.
thank you. Yeah, man, we're bored in quarantine. So I texted Johnny and was like, "Yo, dude, just send me a acoustic version of Swap Meet." And then we just messed around with it for a day or so, and we're like, "What should we do with this?" And we're like, "I don't know, put it on Bandcamp and play it for people." We have it for free on Bandcamp, so if anybody wants to see what we sound like in an acoustic setting, singer-songwriter version, it's not good by any means, but we don't really care. So.
It sounded good though, bro. Like a softer side of The Undertaking for sure. I completely understand bored in quarantine, dude. I think you've seen a couple of my parodies that I've done, and I'm just trying to stay creative over here. How about you?
Yeah, man, I think that's the name of the game. And an opportunity where everything's kind of slowing down. We can't play shows. We can't get out there. Like, what can we control? And we can write and have some fun and in our little home studios that we've all set up and stuff. So you're killing it with those parodies. And I know some other people in the scene are doing it too. But I think it's fun to see how different bands and different creative people get creative in times like this. And I think it's inspiring too, because you're like, oh, shoot, I can do that. Let's go. Come on.
Right. Are you essential? Are you working?
Yeah. So we're still working. I work at North Coast Church up here in North County, for anybody who doesn't know, which I don't know why you would know.
Right.
But we've moved everything online. So within like 3 or 4 days, what is that, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, within 3 or 4 days, we shifted our whole structure of our organization to working online.
Wow.
It's been pretty wild, but we're hanging in there. We're doing pretty good over here. So
So is it mainly Sunday sort of sermons, or what's happening there? Is it daily?
Our church is a little weird. We have two teaching pastors, and we do all video venues. So our pastors who teach on the weekend are still doing that thing. I'm more of, it's a weird role. I connect with people.
Right.
So I oversee like our small groups and life groups and stuff. So I'm just really diving in with a bunch of people, making sure they're equipped to have their small groups and make sure everybody's doing well. So, a lot of people who are hitting some financial times or hard times and stuff, they're reaching out to the church, and we're connecting them with people. Yo, check this out. So Interfaith Community Services, this is going to sound like a total plug, but it's not. It just happened this weekend. Interfaith is a organization here in North County that helps homeless people and people in need. They went from feeding 40 people a day pre-COVID to feeding almost 200 people a day in the months of March and April. So their numbers skyrocketed. So they have a food kitchen and a pantry that they had stocked through the fall, and it's empty now. And so we actually rallied some churches around this weekend, and we did a food drive where you could drive up to our church, drop off food, and we just loaded it straight in the Interfaith van, and we got almost 100,000 pounds of food this weekend.
Wow, dude.
Yeah, so that was like a sick thing where the whole community in North County and everybody just showed up, rolled through our campuses, dropped off food, and we ship it off to them. And their Interfaith is more equipped to serve meals and help people in different areas. So to be able to empower an organization like that is really, really cool. So
that's awesome, Austin. So if anyone listening knows someone or is in need of their services, man, how would they get in touch?
You could you could Google Interfaith or go to, I think it's interfaith.org. But they're feeding people, they're connecting people with housing. They do a ton of good stuff. They're a great organization. They're based out of Escondido, but they service all of North County and San Diego too. So good stuff over there.
I'm stoked to see people like you doing, actual productive things and not just recording like parody songs and shit,
I gotta pay my bills, man. I still got.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I don't try to over spiritualize anything, but my family's really blessed to be in a situation where we didn't get furloughed and we're still working and stuff. So
right on.
I know a lot of people out there personally who don't have jobs and stuff. So I'm not taking that for granted at all.
Right. Let's talk about the band, buddy. You guys seem to, you're keeping it going through quarantine, at least with some, content, and you have some merch available, right? You're slinging some hats and hoodies. Talk about what you guys got going on during this downtime.
Yeah, man. How bizarre is quarantine and COVID? Like everything just came to a screeching halt. So here we are getting ready to play the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus show in March.
Right.
And like a week before that show happens, boom, everything pauses. Red Jumpsuit cancels that show. So we had gotten merch ready for that show. That was like the Undertaking is a lie, kind of buying into like the whole conspiracy theory thing. And so then we're like sitting on all this merch that we can't sell because we don't have a show. So we're trying to sling stuff online. We put out some hoodies, some hats, and slowly people are buying it. I know it's not the best time
right
for people to be spending money and stuff. So we appreciate every order that we get, but just trying to get creative with what we have. And hey, they're super comfy hoodies. So if you're like looking for some new hoodies to rock around the house as you're in COVID mode, hit us up. So.
You guys got some good merch. I placed an order. I got a hat and a shirt coming, right?
Yeah, man, we appreciate it. Like I said, we know money's kind of hard to come by. So everybody who puts a little bit of money into our tip jar, we appreciate. So that's a huge help for us. And then we recorded a song, Who's Afraid of 11 Wolves, and we were gonna release that May 1st, but we actually pressed pause on that release. Because we got some, we're trying to kind of figure out how to navigate the music industry right now. Let me say it that way.
Okay.
We've got some cool things in the works, but we're really excited about that song.
Awesome. So that will be your third little character. Me and you and I have had some conversations on social media. I love your little characters. They're so cute.
Yeah.
They're adorable, dude. You got the wolf, you got the ghost, and you got the witch. And I came up with the reference of Halloween 3. Right? It is sort of an homage to Halloween 3, right?
Yeah, so it all came to Dave Quiggle and I. He's my tattoo guy, and we were talking one time getting a tattoo, and it was right around when we were going to release about ghosts, and it kind of came to me to create these little characters. And so each one of the singles we've done recently about ghosts, witch rituals and Who's Afraid of 11 Wolves are all these different characters. And eventually we'll kind of tie that into a narrative. But if you're familiar with Halloween 3, there's the pumpkin, the skeleton, and the witch mask. And it's kind of a play on that reference, but also trying to brand. And the people really dug the ghosts. So we had some shirts of that we sold out really quickly. And the wolf, if I don't know if that's on our Instagram anymore, but it's really cute. So Dave Quiggle up in Temecula did all that artwork for us. And he knocks it out of the park every single time.
Shout out to Dave Quiggle. And I'm a Halloween 3 fan, dude. Like, I'm obviously a big Halloween fan and super into Michael Myers and all that. And, you know, there's a big controversy about how Michael Myers isn't in Halloween 3 and should it be in the franchise and blah, blah, blah. But I think in its own right, it's a really good movie, actually.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think that was them trying to get a little creative and, like, shy away from, like, the slasher films and stuff.
Yeah, totally.
So we paused the Wolf release. We'll release it in a couple weeks. I think we're getting ready for that. But we recorded it all through home studios. So we didn't go out to a professional studio or anything to do this. Johnny has a setup at his house. Keith, Brent, we all have little home studios and stuff. James got gear to record bass. And then we actually shipped it off to our buddy Tanner Sparks, who's a local North County producer, and he mixed it for us. And we are like very stoked on the mix. So
I look forward to seeing what's coming up, man. 1 year, happy 1 year for Scavengers.
Yeah, dude, it's such a fever dream of just, I know we talked about it last time we were on the podcast, but just the fact that we kind of stumbled upon getting a band back together and the progress and the support that we've received in the last year, man, we're so blown away that we get to continue to make music and get creative and jump around, obviously, when we can play shows again. But we're having a good time, and we are probably not going to slow down anytime soon. So
awesome, man. I've said this before. You guys are honestly one of my favorites. I think you're my favorite hardcore local band.
No, you can't. You're not allowed to say stuff like that.
I know.
Bleep
I'm
that
not.
out.
I'll get in trouble. Hey, straight to jail.
Right to jail, right away.
We appreciate it, man. You've been such a huge support. You brought us the inflatable alligator to that space show. So that guy.
That's right.
He's still cruising. He made it to Brick when we were there with Fall of Troy.
That's
and
right.
He made it to Poorhouse when we were there right before COVID hit. So that's our dude.
Oh yeah, I cannot believe that inflatable alligator has survived, dude.
Yeah, let's keep it alive, man. And if it dies, I'll just buy a new one and say it's the same one. So
Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. Any word on a new date? That was a big show, dude. That got canceled.
June 19th, Friday, June 19th. But let's see if that actually happens, which we aren't counting on, but nobody's officially canceled that show.
Brick by Brick.
Yeah, Brick by Brick. It's Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, I Set to Kill, Dead American, and then the Wildfires Project. So Dead American, San Diego kind of OC band that we're tight with. We're stoked to play with them again. But like I said, I don't know.
Hard to say.
I don't know if we're going to play that show. Yeah.
It's all about, to quickly touch on that, it's all about the phase plan, right? The 4 phases that the governor's released.
Yeah, it's Cinco de Mayo today. So this Friday is phase 2. So hopefully people can kind of start rolling out stuff. But I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know either. I know. I try to just acknowledge the fact that I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
There's a lot of opinions out there, and there's a lot of misinformation out there, and yeah, I don't know. You just got to be patient, I guess. And if you're not working, I think there's plenty of unemployment and pandemic assistance out there for you guys. So hopefully everyone's doing all right, man. It's tough times. I mean, I would have to say that this is the closest I've seen to the world coming to an end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, how are you feeling about it? I know you're spending like a lot of time with your family, and I think it's kind of forced everybody to put a lot of stuff in perspective.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think so as well. I just have to stay busy, dude. Like, is that the same for you?
Yeah. I'm doing a bunch of yard work these days. I go on a run every day, I got 2 boys, a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. So we're staying super active. Just trying to stay busy, because when you fall into the laziness, that's when you get in trouble.
Yeah. 5 and 3. So let's talk about being quarantined with kids, dude. I'm basically Mr. Cook, for the first few hours of the day. I've got my iPad for my daughter. She's a first grader, and her school, we picked up an iPad from her school, and there's all sorts of programs, math and English and, all that on there. And is it pretty much the same for you?
Our oldest Henry is in kindergarten, so it's not like a super intensive workload, because I know some kids in like high school who have like a ton of assignments and the teachers are really piling on. So we have a couple hours in the morning that my wife and I are doing some of the schoolwork. And then honestly, it's made us realize we're not school teachers, and it's not easy. So thank you, Mrs. Lamone, who's been teaching our kids this school year. And then 2, keeping the younger one entertained, because all he wants to do is like get brother's attention. So that honestly has been the hardest part of quarantine. If my kids were still in school and doing preschool and kindergarten, like we'd be golden. but just trying to get that stuff and stay on top of the schoolwork, has been tough. But
yeah, I hear that. Mine's been pretty unaffected. It almost, I think it's like summer to her.
Sure. We're close to summer, man. We got a couple more weeks until they can just start playing video games all day long. We're playing Animal Crossing these days, so I don't know if you guys are into the Nintendo Switch, but come visit my island if you want to.
Nice, dude. I have checked out the Switch. That is pretty cool, where you can plug it into any TV or just use it as a hand console, right?
Yeah, we love it. Yeah, we played through Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu, and now we're on to Animal Crossing. So Johnny, our guitarist, he has a Twitch stream, so he streams video games live. He does that a couple times a week. So if anybody wants to watch one of our guitarists play video games, feel free to do that. So.
You know who else does that is Joey from the Montell Jordans. I don't know if they ever hook up.
You think I fucking botched it? You botched it.
Oh, sick. Yeah. No. They said he was playing the Batman game where you like make Batman make decisions or something.
Nice. That's cool, man. Glad to hear you're doing well. I would probably have people over to my house, but my wife's pretty paranoid, so I'm respecting that. So we're just going to continue phone calls here for a while.
Yeah, dude, I dig this method, man. You're killing it with calling some people. It's been encouraging to listen to those podcasts, which I appreciate you putting those out.
Thank you, buddy.
Just to hear like, okay, we're not going insane. Everybody's kind of in the same boat. And I think, man, we're in for a treat when the scene kind of opens back up, because I know, San Diego was starting to catch some fire with the scene that we got going on. And I think there's 2 options that when we start opening up, 1, nobody's going to go to shows because nobody wants to be out in public, or 2, it's just going to like blow up and everybody's going to want to go to shows. So we are chomping at the bit to get back out there.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a gradual opening. So I think by the time we get to that phase 3 or 4, when live events are opened up, I think everyone's going to be hungry, dude, and it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I hope it does work out for you, dude. In June, we had the Sprung Monkey show booked in March.
Yep.
And that is set up with a tentative show for July. So fuck, man, I don't know, man. I really don't. What do you think about these drive-in shows? What do you think about that idea?
Whatever, man. I'll do it. I'll do whatever. We'll do it. Like, I'll jump on your car. Like, I'm going to get in trouble because I'll break someone's car, but let's do it. Like,
it'll end up being derby, dude. Like instead of a mosh pit, just.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So who knows, man? I'm trying to, stay positive. I'd prefer if people didn't protest and go outside, because then you're making it worse for everybody. But then also that's just my opinion. So redact that from the podcast if you don't mind.
I think being Americans, I think we're entitled to our opinion. I've been thinking about this a lot. I do think during a pandemic, going out in large groups is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I think there's maybe different ways they could have done it. Wearing masks, socially distanced, maybe an online protest. I do understand both sides. I understand people that are kind of fed up with it and want to get back to work. And I understand people that are super, concerned and scared and want to stay home. I get both sides.
Yeah, same, man. I think everybody's just got to stay patient. And I say that obviously from a position, like I said earlier, I am working, and I know a lot of people are in some tough positions, but I think if we can all kind of rally together and beat this thing, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Right, dude. You're a pastor. Preach to us, brother. Preach it. Give us some positivity, dude.
No, just be nice to each other, guys. Like,
Right.
Get off Facebook. Send YouTube videos of like Key and Peele or something next time you want to say something mean about somebody.
Yeah, I totally agree. And try to be kind. And if you are sinking into madness, a good thing that I did today was just step away from the media for a little bit. You know, put away your phone, step away from the social media, step away from the TV. You know, I think it can really be helpful for your state of mind a little bit. You know.
Well, yeah, man, I told that to a buddy of mine. I said, he called me and was like kind of spinning on just the current situation. I said, next time you want to read the news, just watch like a movie or something, watch The Matrix and just zone out for a little bit. Because the internet's such a dangerous little rabbit hole. And next thing you know, you're on some conspiracy theory that the earthquakes are due to holes under Utah because the Mormons are, you know, stealing people away and whatever. And you're like, wait, what? What does this have to do with COVID?
And now we have the giant hornets. That's a new thing.
Yeah, man. My oldest son is so afraid of bees. And so we are like hoping he doesn't hear about these hornets. He'll never go outside.
My daughter is 2, and the bees tend to be attracted to the pool area. And my wife started talking about it today, and I was like, no, shh. Let's just
stop it. Yeah.
Sounds like you're doing really well. Thanks for all the hard work you've been doing. We're going to do a fun little game with you, and then I'll let you go, all right? Just quick little segments.
Let's go. Tom Cruise. That's the answer.
Tom Cruise is the answer. Dude, you know what's funny is it might be. You know what's funny, bro? We're going to do the dream segment, quarantine edition. If you could be quarantined with one musician. You know, I don't think Tom Cruise is a musician, though, is he?
He probably is.
I'm sure he is.
Take a big step back and literally fuck your own face!
I'm going to go with my answer from last time we were on the podcast. Beyonce. Let's hang out with Beyonce and Jay-Z, man. They're probably living it up.
All the single ladies, all the single ladies, all the single.
Oh, unreal. At their house, right? For sure.
Yeah, no, that's the stipulation. Is I'm not at my house. I'm at like the fifth pool house at their place, and
right.
Just like hiding. They don't know we're there. That's the trick.
I was thinking about this today for a little bit, and I was thinking Billy Joe at his pad, because all of these dope singles that he's releasing, I don't know if you've seen that, but he's releasing these amazing, well-produced covers every Monday.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
It would be dope to be in a quarantine situation with someone with a badass studio like that.
Yeah, man. You know, the one that's been killing it is the Goldfinger dudes, John Feldy. Have you seen those? I know Mike Mule posted it the other day, and they've done a bunch of different songs from Goldfinger. They're so good. They're so good.
Here in your bedroom, I can turn my head off. The less that I feel.
There's been, like you said, man, like musicians are adapting, and it's pretty inspirational to watch. You know, there's no killing creativity.
No. And let's go. Let's take this opportunity. I've heard a lot of people say, like, at this point in time, if you say that you don't have enough time to start something or learn something or do something, that's no longer an excuse. You're just not motivated or have the discipline to do it. And I think that is so true because, guys, we have so much time right now.
Right. Yeah, totally. And I get the lack of motivation. I have my days where I'm like super lazy. Yesterday was one of them. I was just didn't want to do anything, like kind of depressed, kind of lazy. And, you know, my business I'm in the wedding industry, dude. So my business is non-existent right now. So financially, I'm fine.
Are you guys do it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're not, you know, I'm not going to lose the house or anything crazy like that. I mean, the way I see it, bro, is like if we can get through these times and still stay afloat, like bring it on. What else is there?
Well, there's a resiliency that comes out of something like this. Like we can become resilient and get better from it. And I think we're going to see that as we come out.
Absolutely, buddy. Favorite show, Dreaming here. Let's look back on the Undertaking's last couple years. 2 years, right? Something like that?
No, like a year, yeah.
Yeah. Favorite show in the past year?
Our Fall of Troy show in December was pretty special.
That was dope.
Yeah, we opened for Fall of Troy. Dead American was at that one. Strawberry Girls. It was a good lineup, and there were a good amount of people on a Sunday night, and they showed up. Yeah, that was a fun one. That was a special night.
I can't say this enough. You guys just kill it live. Like, even if you're not into hardcore, you can literally just stand a little ways back so you don't get hurt or you don't get elbowed in the mosh pit, And I literally like watch you guys and find myself laughing. And your music is not funny. It's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just laughing to myself like, dude, these guys are fucking insane. Like kind of, I got to shout out Doc Hammer too. I talked to Mike Mule. You guys just, you're insane.
There's an aspect to this whole thing where obviously we want to go out and we want to create and we want to make music that we want to listen to, but also we're entertainers. And the second we hop up on a stage, we're entertaining a crowd of people.
Totally.
And if it's 5 people, if it's 20 people, if it's 1,000 people, which it never will be for us, but regardless, we're going to try to entertain. And that's
Don't say that, bro.
But we're going to entertain, and hopefully no matter what genre of music, you can go to a show and you can just embrace the fact that hey, we're running around, jumping around. Keith's new thing obviously is to take off his shirt during shows because nobody else looks like him, and he's the only one that can pull that off. So
He's got the body for it. He's got the body. He's got the tats. He's got the white jeans. He's got it going on.
I know, right?
Keith's the shit, dude. Let's keep it going here. Create a local dream bill for this Friday night. Stay at home is lifted. What venue and what bands are playing?
Okay. It's either between Poorhouse, because that's a local joint in Oceanside for us that is a rad little place to play, or somewhere like Space Bar, so that we could have it's small enough to where we could pack it, but it would be a good feel. And I'd shout out my homies in Doc Hammer and Braggers, and we do a nice little hardcore bill for you where we party and play some heavy music. So
Absolutely, man. Yes, it'll happen again. It certainly will. I got to go back and shout out Dead American. Those guys do kill it, and I've gotten into them quite a bit. I actually reached out to them to be on the podcast.
Cove is Vista dude, and they're all around this area. Kyle Rosa, the drummer, is a Vista guy. And then they hang with Joey Bradford. So I'll text that dude and be like, yo, hit my buddy Troy up. He's a good dude.
Let's get him on, dude. That'd be rad, yeah. One last question, dude. Dreaming here. I don't know about you, but I'm missing eating out. That's one thing that I really miss, eating out some really good food. What's one restaurant that you are going to, what's the first restaurant you're going to go to once this stay at home is lifted?
We got some killer spots around here. So one of our favorite in San Marcos is Urge. I don't know if you've been there, but they've got some good food. So I'd go to Urge. They got a good vibe there. Or Umai Sushi in San Marcos. And it's got sushi, but it also has some Korean food. So I get some bibimbap. I don't know if you've ever had that. So tasty.
Yeah, I look forward to everything being open back up. And Austin, nice catching up with you, buddy. I hope all is well with you and your family. Any final words for the scene?
Dude, I appreciate what you're doing and just getting everybody together. And I think, like I said earlier, we're going to come through this stronger than ever. And hopefully bands are ready to come out of the gate swinging, and let's keep pushing San Diego to be a spot that people know that there's going to be some excellent live music and some excellent bands that kind of rise out of here. So
all the best. I will see you soon. I promise.
Yeah, Troy, good talking to you, man. I love you. And I hope you guys stay safe out there.
All right, nice chat with Austin from The Undertaking ! It's not just The Undertaking. He did want me to give some love to Peter from Riot Scene, who helped out with Witch Rituals. He helped with the premiere of that song. So shout out to Peter, Riot Scene. We love you. We're always shouting you out, of course. Next up, we're going to call BJ from War Fever, see how he's doing.
Hello.
Hey, what the fuck is going on?
Let me tell you what's going on.
Give me all the answers, dude, because I'm so confused.
I don't have all the answers.
I know.
Dude, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, nobody has the answers.
Right.
The people that are supposed to have the answers don't have the answers.
Right. I'd like to see that you're staying so active, dude, with your masks. You're getting out there with the Pit Must Go On masks. All profits are going to the bartenders over at Tower Bar. I picked mine up. That's a dope idea, man. How'd you come up with that?
I was wanting to be in the mosh pit, and everything was closed down, and I was like, well, maybe we can mosh pit with masks. So I made masks that said the pit must go on.
And have you? At your pad or anything? Have you thrown anyone around with that thing on?
Oh, I just like run around in a circle by myself.
How are you doing?
I mean, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing better than most. I still work. So, to be honest, I've been spending a lot of time at work because I don't have anything else to do with my time.
Good for you. I'm really stoked to hear that you aren't affected by this financially, dude. What do you do?
I'm a land surveyor. So I'm in construction basically is how that plays out. But
You're essential.
whether it's essential or not, like that's debatable. But I guess on paper I'm essential, so I get to go to work.
This is just cutting out the non-essential fat, I guess, huh? Like fucking all the DJs of the world, bro. You are not essential, dog. You're not working. What's up with this shit, dude?
Okay, here's what I have to say on that topic, and it might be a little bit of a left turn for our conversation.
And don't be afraid to express your opinion. I know there's a lot of hate on social media. You know, a little bit. Everyone's divided, as they always are. There's nothing different there. But you know, I think the worst thing we can be doing right now is not letting people have the freedom to speak their mind and have an opinion. You know?
Well, I mean, that's a general, like, kind of value that I live by, though, which kind of, in certain ways, you know, makes it so that, like, my opinion is a little less important to me, you know what I mean, than to some people. Because, and that's kind of the point of this whole thing. It is, like, people want, and it's the point of almost everything that we see in this country, at least, where, like, everything is turned into a black and white issue with one side versus the other. No one takes the time to look at the other person or understand the other person's views. You know what I mean? I actually just, that EP, the War Fever just put out, here's a little plug for us. I wrote a song on there that's about that. And that song, Waste My Time, the name of the EP, it's about, like, I used to have, like, interesting conversations with people and debates. And I love to play devil's advocate. And, like, that is gone now. Like, no, but you know, if like one side is Nazis and one side are commies, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, there's no room for, like, intelligent problem solving if that's what everything boils down to. You know what I mean? Some extreme dichotomy.
Extreme dichotomy. Yeah, that's a perfect way of putting it. It gets very personal these days, and I just kind of laugh at it, dude. Like, my close friends know who I am. Me and you have had conversations. You're an intelligent guy, dude. I respect your opinion. We've talked back and forth on social media, and
oh yeah, I've had back and forth with you and a couple other people. You know, which I've done that during this. I've done that a lot more than I typically do, because again, there's nothing else to do. So.
BJ, you're kind of the button pusher a little bit, huh?
Dude, I always stick with, I like to play devil's advocate.
Devil's advocate, yeah.
And to be honest, it just comes from a place of curiosity. I like to see the other side, you know?
Yeah.
I have family and friends that own small businesses that want the economy to start back up.
Right.
I understand that. Like, they have kids, you know what I mean? I have a nephew and a niece that rely on, you know, their food is contingent upon a successful business that my brother and my sister-in-law started.
Right.
So I understand his passion for wanting to start his business up. I have a good friend of mine that I was talking with yesterday who went to visit his grandmother for the first time in like 6 weeks or whatever, who is 80 years old, who, like, if she gets sick, dude, like, game over. You know what I mean?
Right.
Those are both, like, things you don't fuck with. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, providing for your children, you know what I mean? Or providing for your grandparents.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's family. On both sides of the issue, there's family involved. I can't say that either side is wrong.
Right. I think we both agree that if you're going to protest this, try to at least be safe about it during a pandemic. I don't think they should be bringing AR-15s to a protest either, dude. Like, I'm all for the Second Amendment, but why bring a fucking gun to a protest unless you're looking for trouble?
Well, number one, like, how many people do you think, there was a shitload of people that were protesting in San Diego. How many of them had AR-15s?
Oh, I didn't see any. I think that was all Michigan, right?
No, but this is where the conversation devolves to. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
When that's like, dude, there were so very few people protesting, more than likely. I mean, I don't know the numbers, but more than likely, very few people had AR-15s that were protesting.
No, I get your point.
More than likely, a very small percentage of the people that, like, feel like protesting needed to happen was actually out in the streets protesting. You know what I mean? So, like, like such a small, minor like portion of idiots, you know, you can't devolve the conversation to that. It's like that dude walking into Santee,
right?
Barnes, okay, which I'm literally looking out of my bedroom window right now at that Barnes.
You see the fawns,
and a guy walks in with a KKK mask on, right? So that makes national news. Like that's in LA. That like Santee has this like problem with like fucking. Dude, no, man. This is like your stereotypical like suburbia. Okay, not super diverse. I'll give you that, but it's a lot more diverse than it was when I went to high school here 20 years ago. You know what I mean? And like it's not. But now it's Clan T again because one idiot fucking walked into Wands. You know what I mean? It's sensationalism. It's beautiful. So it's what everybody does.
I think for the most part, you know, everyone's doing the right thing, and you know, everyone in the middle and the more moderates are behaving and abiding by all the rules, and you know, doing the right thing. And I really just think at this time, man, we're all in this together. Be kind to one another, man. You know.
Yeah, there are definitely silver linings. People are paying attention, and that was not happening before. My sister called me and was like, dude, are you watching this or whatever? You know what I mean? And I'm like, I've been a dork about this stuff since I was 19 years old, dude. I pay attention to like world news and politics. I watch hours of C-SPAN because I don't want to listen to pundits. I get, you know, the paper rustling, and that's what I do for fun.
Really?
Since I'm 19 years old.
Wow.
And my sister's like, are you paying attention to like, you know, what's being said here and then what the, you know, this media outlet's saying and that media outlet's saying? But I actually watched this thing happen, and that's not even what happened. And I'm like, welcome to the show. You know what I mean? People are paying attention now, so that's cool.
It's crazy times, my friend. Let's move the topic to music here for a little bit, dude. War Fever was one of the last bands that I had over here under the Palapa. It was nice chilling with you guys.
We had a great time over there. That's when ever since then, I've been trying to talk you into letting me co-host.
Yeah, I'm down, dude. Really, if you want to, you can host. I may do that. Just have other local bands just come over and host and or roast. You know, like Infinite Signal roasted me, dude. I'm all ears.
I'd be down. So the first time I'd ever done a podcast when we were over there.
That's cool, bro.
And I realized I enjoyed it.
Awesome. What's new with War Fever, man? Besides, I mean, are you guys staying creative or productive during this downtime with anything other than the masks, those badass masks?
So I was doing that and like delivering locally to everybody, which was a super cool experience. I was like delivering masks to people that I didn't even know, I didn't recognize, and they were telling me about the first time they saw War Fever, and so I got to go out and kind of mingle with some people, you know, safe distance wearing masks, delivering those masks, and that was super cool.
You dropped one off over here.
I did.
Thank you, buddy.
Under the shadow of night.
I didn't open my fucking door for you, bro. I just made you drop it off now.
Yeah, no, I was in and out all quick. We practiced last week for the first time.
Did you? Nice.
Yeah, since all this started. And, you know, we have a big ass warehouse that we practice in, so we were like distance and everything, but it was the first time we'd gotten in the room together. And man, I don't think any of us realized how bad we needed that.
Right. That must have been awesome.
Little outlet.
I envy you, man.
We did not sound great, but we were a little rusty, you know what I mean? But we were knocking the dust off and having a good time. At one point, I picked up the guitar, and I was playing guitar. Tim switched over to bass, and I think Chad switched from bass over to the other guitar. Augie was outside for a second, and we were all fiddling around, and Tim, like, his head perks up, dude, like he did the whole prairie dog, perked up, dude, and he looks around and goes, sounds like fucking Guitar Center in here. So I put the guitar down and let him have it back.
I miss that, man. I look forward to getting back into the rehearsal studio.
No, and we have our text thread where we constantly talk crap to each other, you know. So
yeah.
And 2 days ago we started the mustache challenge. So
nice.
All 5 of us are growing mustaches, so we'll see what happens there.
Nice, dude. I finally shaved mine. It just got too thick. I was getting food stuck in it and all sorts of shit. So
Oh, I get like, I wore a white shirt today at work, and I looked down, and it looked like abstract art. It was just like cock, like flick all over my white shirt.
Nice.
Yes, yeah.
That's rad. When do you think shows are going to start back up? And what do you think of drive-in shows?
I saw something about those drive-in shows and thought that looked interesting. Anything is interesting now, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you know what? I'm always down for something new too. So I've got some ideas in the works for sure for some social distance, germ-free excitement. We've got a couple ideas that we're talking around, so we'll see what happens.
Now's the perfect time to throw those out, dude. What are they?
My thought is those big bubbles people like run around in.
Yes.
Like straight up with like all of us in one of those, except for, of course, Alan on drums.
That'd be rad.
I don't want to divulge too much, but we're thinking about going mobile, so we'll see what happens there.
Okay. Hey, at War Fever on Instagram. Follow them. Stay tuned for some entertaining stuff coming up here soon, huh?
Absolutely. Oh,
your last show was at Winston's. When do you think shows are going to start back up?
Man, I mean, they're saying, nothing big until next year.
Yeah, I think that's more like festivals.
Yeah, big shows, festivals next year. But if I was understanding the Governor Newsom's phases correctly, we could have bars open with up to 50 people here, within a month.
Right, the phase 3.
So if you want to do some small shows, you know what I mean, we might be able to start pulling that off in a couple months, I guess,
Sure.
Depending on the numbers, and depending on the numbers, and then the question then also is like, how many people want to come out? If you're allowed to do that, doesn't mean people are going to want to come out and and we're not playing. Wolf Fever's not playing like fucking sit in your chair country shows either. How much of my foot you want on you?
Right. We're gonna do a little dream segment with you. All right. Quarantine dream.
Hit me with it.
Hit it. If you could be quarantined with one celebrity, who would you pick?
Oh, jeez. Scarlett Johansson.
Get a female over there, huh?
Yeah, I would.
What's your favorite show looking back, man, at all the good times War Fever has had? You guys did Guttermouth, right? A couple times?
Yeah, Observatory with Guttermouth. I like Punk Rock Food Drive. Is a good one.
Got to shout them out. Jason and Chris, Parade of Horribles, right?
Yeah, those guys do amazing work for the community, and I guess no better time than now to show some appreciation to some people that are, thinking outside themselves.
Good shout out. Dreaming here, create a local bill for this Friday night.
Ooh, this Friday night?
This Friday night, what's the venue and what 3 local bands are playing?
I'm not going to include War Fever because I miss going to shows more than I miss playing shows.
All right.
So I want to see making incredible time.
There you go.
Flaunt.
I'll have to check them out. All right.
Yes, you will. And thirdly, I saw that you had a couple of the guys from Unwritten Law on, so I'm going to throw Unwritten Law on there. I haven't seen them in a few years.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, they were scheduled for the Belly Up. We checked in with Scott and Wade. One of my local favorites. One of my all-time favorites. Honestly, I'd put them in my top 5. So
the Blue Room changed my life, bro.
Yeah, I'd say Oz Factor changed my life. And then the Black Album.
Absolutely.
But and Blue Room, dude, yeah. Good shout out. Flaunt, making incredible time with Unwritten Law headlining at what venue?
At what venue? Belly Up is fine with me.
Belly Up this Friday night, dreaming with BJ. That'd be dope. I look forward to getting back out there with you, man. Even when shows start back up, I'll wear your mask. The pit must go on.
Yep, I'm gonna sweat all over you,
dude. Big sweaty Corona hugs as soon as we all see each other, dude.
Going down.
Dude, I hear my wife yelling at me right now. No.
All right, one more thing before I go, Troy.
What up, buddy?
I'm gonna need you to reach out to Marcos and let him know that I'm down to do some vocals for his for his experimental music that he's looking for some vocalists for.
Ah, you caught that, huh? I'm going to talk with Ernie about that in the next week or two. So I'll get some more information about that, dude. You'd be a good fit for that, for sure.
You've had some great interviews, man. So I've enjoyed listening to them.
Right on, BJ. Thanks for everything you've done during this downtime, brother. I'll see you soon, all right?
Take care of the family. Bye.
Tim, Austin, BJ, nice checking in with you guys at the Montell Jordans, at the Undertaking, at War Fever. Check them out on Instagram. Next week, we're going to have a venue checkup. We're going to check in with Tim Mays, the owner of the Casbah, Corey Steyer, owner of Soda Bar and the talent buyer over there at the Soda Bar, and Shiloh, our favorite sound man over at the Moreau. See how they're doing, get their insight on this situation, and see if there's any way we can help them out during this downtime. That's going to be a good episode. I look forward to speaking to Tim Mays, Corey Steyer, and Shiloh next week. Tune in. Stay classy, San Diego.
Hello, hello, 1 2 1 2.
Say la 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 la.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Say, I hope you're doing well.
I hope you're doing well.
And say anything you want to say. What would you want to say if a lot of people were listening to you right now?
Have a good day, have fun, and enjoy being at home.
Good. Anything else you want to add?
No. Did that be recorded, Dad?
Yeah, I'll play it for you. Is that all you want to say? Let me think.
I just want to go downstairs and tell what I was playing.
1 2 3 4. Palapalooza. Palapalooza. We're talking to you. I'm Palapalooza.